For 2 of the past 3 years, a championship trophy in girls basketball has come home to a small building off Newland Gulch Road in Parker. The Lutheran High girls basketball program has been a juggernaut in recent history, but its program had very humble beginnings.
You know, the first days of our program were as basic as you could imagine, talking about even, hey ladies, this is a jump ball, this is how we line up for free throws. I mean, it was very, very basic stuff.
Coach Mark Dutzman, who opened up the program 11 years ago, was given an opportunity at the faith-based school, and it was a perfect fit.
Being able to share my passion of basketball with my passion for ministry was just an opportunity I couldn't pass up, and been blessed to still be here this many years later. So it's a special place here at Lutheran, and my family and I, we're honored to be a part of it.
The smaller school, with its emphasis on family and community, as well as its rigid academic standards, appealed to Coach Dutzman, but also appealed to his players.
As a freshman, I was thinking about going to a big school, and when I came here, everyone was just so nice, and everyone generally cared about you, and they just wanted the best for you, and the teachers are just awesome, and they just bring out the best in all the students.
I just like to be more involved, and I like how most of the teachers know who I am.
The academics were an adjustment for myself.
It's really challenging school, and I like that a lot.
You have to do what you have to do to get on to play, or if you don't, then you sit, it's family, academics, and then basketball.
Basketball comes third here, but it wasn't long before the Lions became number 1. Ever since that first season, the Lions have won no fewer than 16 games, including 20 or more since 2010. This success is due to a variety of reasons. One is Coach Dutzman's and his coaching staff's steady leadership at the helm.
He's super committed. He if you have a question, he explains things. He's not a yeller.
He coaches more of the defense, and he coaches around the defense, and I really like that because I'm a pretty good defensive player.
He has such high expectations for us, and we want to do the best for him because he's just so caring, and he just genuinely loves us and the team.
I would put our coaching staff, our assistants, I've taken myself out of the equation. I'd put them up against any coaching staff of any classification. Every single one of them has college experience, whether coaching or playing.
2 was the buy-in from his players, even after some tough ends to the season.
I just felt like we were knocking on the door, and for me, it was after those heartbreaking losses, the players who we had joining me, going to watch state tournament games as a team. Like what do they have that we don't? And when you see that kind of buy-in and commitment from your players, you knew that something special was going to be happening here. And we've just been fortunate to build off that, and always have perspective from where we've been, and use that to our advantage in the big moments.
And 3 was the merging of Denver Lutheran and Lutheran Parker into one united program in the fall of 2011.
That was a pretty amazing year, unlike anything other. They had 4 or 5 seniors who had been starters on their team. We had 3 girls who had been starters on our team, and really merging that was quite the challenge, especially I think for the girls. And when we saw that they were able to do that, we as adults, we as coaches, we were just following their example. That
first year under the purple and white banner, the Lions went 20-6 and lost to Akron in the state championship game.
I mean, getting to state that first time was a big deal for us. And once we got there, your players and your culture start to think like this is where we belong. So I think that first year, kind of breaking through that wall and getting there, really changed things for us going forward.
The next year, they went 25-1, with their only loss coming to Yuma in the Final Four. And since then, the Lions have brought home 2 of the last 3 state titles. The first state title was the culmination of years of dedication and hard work for Coach Dutzman and all the players he had coached over the years.
I remember in the final seconds of that first one in 2014, a representative from CHSAA brought the state trophy over and set it on the score table right by me. And there was still time on the clock. And it was like, get that away from me. Until this buzzer sounds, I don't want to even see it. But when that first opportunity to hold one that our team had won and earned, that was something you just never forget. you know, that night, like we often say, I mean, that belonged to everyone who's ever worn our jersey, for sure.
Success breeds success. In fact, the Lady Lions have made 5 consecutive trips to the Final Four, won their division at the 2014 Nike Tournament of Champions, and since 2009 have seen 9 players continue their careers at the collegiate level. This includes Kristen Vigil, the 2016 3A Colorado Player of the Year, who joined her sister Jen at UCCS and is already seeing significant minutes for the Mountain Lions. The win in 2014 was followed up by another appearance in the 2015 Final Four, where they lost. But then in 2016, the Lions were again champions after they defeated their rivals in Manitou Springs.
It was an awesome feeling. I was blessed to be on the team my freshman year when we won, and to be able to do it again and actually be on the court and actually be a huge contributor was awesome. A different feeling. Nobody could understand how great it felt.
This year's team will have some work to do if they want to continue their tournament streak. After losing 5 seniors off last year's team, the Lions will look to juniors Abigail Justice and Haley Shackley, as well as senior center Shelby Spurl, to lead them on the court this year. A tough early season schedule, including potentially 4 matchups with top 10 teams, and a focus on defense, which is their hallmark, will prepare and test this young squad for the season, and hopefully the tournament.
What are your expectations for the season?
To enjoy it. It's my last year. I don't know, just continue to love the game and play as hard as I can and just enjoy all the girls and what we have.
My expectations, I think we can push each other, work hard, and potentially compete for the state title again.
We have some hurdles to get over, but every team does, but I think we'll come out surprising people.
I'm confident that this group, they have the perspective that's needed for the long season ahead. We know that there's going to be some bumps in the road. We know that sometimes the ball is going to bounce our way, and we just got to stay together through that. And if we're able to do that, then I'm confident that we're going to be as competitive as ever come March.
For XSR, I'm Gary Stebbins.